What's going on, guys? It's Gino from Modern Accessory Review, and in today's video I want to talk about why probably the majority of people in the Apple ecosystem won't be getting the iPhone 12 Pro. If you haven't noticed already, Apple recently talked about all four of their new phones in the Apple event that took place online back in October 13th. These new phones include the iPhone 12, the 12 Pro, the 12 Pro Max, and the 12 Mini. And for some interesting reason, Apple decided to release the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro first, with pre-orders starting October 16th, and the iPhone 12 Mini and the 12 Pro Max are still out to be in the market and will be available for pre-order November 6th and will be officially in stores on November 13th. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Well, along with all of these new phones and incredible new features, the iPhone 11 and the XR recently went down by $100 in price. This means that if you aren't needing all of the fancy new features in the iPhone 12 Pro, like the MagSafe technology that allows you to use magnetic accessories, the camera upgrades, a more durable phone screen, that A14 Bionic chip, and a new form factor, then you'd probably be perfectly happy going with a slightly older phone that has a lot of the same things. Now, I'm not here to downplay the iPhone 12s at all, because I'm actually going to be getting an iPhone 12 Pro Max for myself because I do love all of the features, but they're not for everyone. So I want to talk about some of the cheaper options Apple has given us here that I think will appeal to a ton of people in the Apple ecosystem. And starting off here, this is kind of to be expected, but if you want the top of the top features, then you are going to want to go with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. This phone actually has a slightly better than the regular iPhone 12 Pro because it has a new sensor built into it because of its larger size. That's called sensor shift, and pretty much it just stabilizes your photos and videos slightly more. Now, because this is Apple's top phone, we are looking at a nice price tag of a starting price of $1,100. Now, if you don't think you'll need that special sensor in the camera, which probably won't make that big of a difference, then of course you can still go with the Pro. That will bring you down $100 to $1,000, which is still a lot. You'll still be able to take insane photos and videos in Dolby Vision HDR, and you'll still have the same exact internals like the A14 Bionic chip. And next in line, we have the iPhone 12 and the 12 Mini that were released alongside the Pro models. In my opinion, the iPhone 12 and the 12 Mini are probably going to be the phones that most people in the Apple ecosystem are going to be going for, because they have pretty much all of the same internals, like the new A14 Bionic chip. They have the new form factor, the more durable screen. Let's see what else here. They got the MagSafe technology, and they pretty much have everything except a lot of the camera features and that LiDAR scanner. Now, the colors are a bit different as well, but they still have some incredible colors that, to be honest, that shouldn't be an issue at all for you. And also, the iPhone 12 and the 12 Mini are the same exact phone, with just the size differentiating between the two. And yes, the iPhone 12 will take you down to $800, whereas the 12 Mini will take you down to $700, which is a lot cheaper than the Pro models. Now, if you were needing something more affordable, then the iPhone 11, the XR, or even the second generation SE are all great options. The iPhone 11 starts at $600 and has a lot of the same features as the iPhone 12, but there are some things that are lacking. For example, this phone doesn't have 5G, and it also doesn't have the new A14 Bionic chip because it has the older A13 Bionic chip, but in my opinion, the chips really don't make that big of a difference. The new chips are just a little bit quicker, but it's not extremely noticeable. But we also don't get the new MagSafe technology, the really durable screen, the new form factor, the Super Retina XDR display, or the new night mode and Dolby Vision features found in the cameras of the iPhone 12s. That being said, everything else is still exactly the same. We have the same battery life, the same camera except the night mode and Dolby Vision, Face ID, and all of the regular iPhone stuff. We just have a slightly older A13 chip that is still extremely fast, and a display that is just a bit different but still incredible for the average person. If $600 is still too much, then no worries, because we still have two more options that will allow you to become a part of the Apple ecosystem for less money. The iPhone XR is currently sitting at $500, whereas the cheapest option, the iPhone SE, which is the second generation, will cost you around $400. The iPhone XR does have older internals, like an A12 Bionic chip, only 16 hours of playback rather than 17 in the iPhone 11, has less water resistance, and only one camera lens, so we can't shoot in ultra wide. And even though this iPhone does have older internals, it's still extremely fast. I've actually been using the iPhone XR for the past year and a half as my own personal phone, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever, and it's been an extremely great phone to have. When it comes to the second generation iPhone SE, we actually have all of the same internals as the iPhone 11, which is more new than the XR, but the phone is in an outdated body, as you can tell by looking at the front of the screen. But hey, if you don't mind having an older looking phone and having a screen with super thick bezels around it, then you'll be super happy with saving a bunch of money by going with this phone. There are some negatives, however, like there is only 13 hours of video playback instead of 16 that we get in the XR. We don't have Face ID and Touch ID instead, and we do have a smaller display. But with more recent internals and being the cheapest iPhone, I think this phone will still be good enough for a lot of people. So final thoughts here, Apple has given us a ton of options when it comes to iPhones. If you don't need the latest and greatest, then might as well save some cash and go with an older model. But that being said, the iPhone 12s are absolutely stunning and in my opinion are worth the price. I hope this video helped a lot of you guys think about what you really need in your iPhone and why I think a lot of people are probably going to go after the iPhone 12 rather than the Pro models. If you guys have any questions at all, drop them down below and I'll make sure to help you out. Also make sure to drop a thumbs up while you're at it, because it allows my videos to get a lot more views. With all of that being said, thanks so much for watching and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!